Well, hello, fellow YouTube survivors. This is Phoenix with a new series. I am so freaking excited. Space Engineered. Everyone who's been paying attention to this game has been eagerly looking forward to this. I'm a little late in my start, but I got to tell you, it was worth the wait. They've added some really cool features recently. This is freaking awesome. I cannot wait for this. As you can see, we started off on the asteroids starter. Oh, I apologize. My phone's going off already. Anyway, okay, so as you can see, we're on the asteroid start off, where all we have is this little Peasley rescue ship. It looks nice, though. I like the idea that you start off with basics. It was either this one or the platform one. I thought this one was kind of more interesting. At least this one we could move some more. Not sure exactly what all of our goals are going to be for this series. I do know I wanted to maybe get like a mining ship and a decent base. So we're going to start moving towards this meteor here, or this asteroid, I mean. As you can see, it's a pretty decent sized one. It looks like there might be a cave right here, I think. Yeah, I can see it. It's actually really freaking cool. I love the graphics in this game. So freaking awesome. Yeah, there's the cave. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to try. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it'll work. Okay. We're going to stick this ship right here in this little cave here. That way it'll protect it from meteors. Because I do have meteor showers on. I believe it's on normal. I didn't want to put it on like a post-apocalyptic, or I mean apocalyptic, or whatever the other setting is. I just wanted to put it on normal. That way it's, you know, pretty dangerous, but not like so much so that it's like every time I move outside of, you know, cover. So we'll see what happens there. If the audio seems a little weird, my narration, I had some problems recording, and apparently I recorded this whole episode and had no audio recorded. The game audio didn't even record, so I apologize for that in advance. I will try to be mildly amusing, or at least annoyingly so you just tell me to shut up so you can watch the video. I don't know. So I'm recording this narration afterwards, so it's kind of annoying. As you can see, I was having a little trouble maneuvering the ship. I don't have a lot of experience playing the game, I played it a little bit on my own, kind of got the basics. I moved a couple keys for myself because I found out that they were a little difficult. Like, you normally push T to interact with like consoles and stuff, and I changed it to R so it was a little closer. That's the Minecrafter in me, you know. But I really like this game. For those of you who are interested in getting it, $20 is a great price. Although right now it is in the middle or in late June of this year, and I believe there is a summer sale going on for anybody interested. That puts the price at like $17.99, I think. I know here shortly, a couple of my friends are going to be getting it, and hopefully we'll be able to start up some sort of a server type of deal, and we'll do a multiplayer thing, and that'll be a lot of fun. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that anyways, because I think this game lends itself really well to being a multiplayer game. It feels that way anyways whenever you're playing it. I mean, one person is great, but it takes forever. The mining on this thing can take so freaking long. As you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm turning some stuff off. I'm also adjusting the gravity generator. For those of you who don't know, if you turn the gravity generator fully up like that, it means that when you're mining in the asteroid, you have at least mild gravity, which makes mining easier, because when you're mining with a hand drill, or jackhammer as I like to call it, it's called a hand drill though, I swear. You can see it right there. It says hand drill, but looks more like a jackhammer to me. But anyway, when you're mining with that, and there's no gravity, the rocks just fly out into the middle of nowhere, and it's really hard to get them. You end up losing half of them, or just get tired and don't want to mess with it. Yeah, so we want the gravity to help us out, at least until we get ourselves a nice mining station set up, and hopefully a mining ship. I will give you, since I'm recording this at a later date, I will give you a little hint on that. I actually already have a mining ship made. This game is so addicting, you get carried away sometimes. And I was doing some off-camera mining because, you know, you need lots of resources to do some of this stuff. and I thought, oh, I'll get the basics of the ship going. And I got a little carried away, so I apologize. I didn't do it on camera, but I did build the ship, and I've already tested it. But it is freaking awesome. I love the idea of the mining ship. I think my next goal is to build a bigger and better one. But before I do that, I want to build a mining station. I want a space station platform. I think I'm actually going to do it inside this asteroid, though. I hope the asteroid doesn't get destroyed. I know that if like really large meteors hit it, they can break it and destroy it. But there's this huge cave system inside this asteroid. You'll see here in a few minutes once it gets going as I explore it a little bit. It's a pretty decent sized asteroid with lots of caves and stuff like that. Some good ore deposits. Like right now I'm getting some uranium, because uranium is like one of the rare, not really rare, more important resources, especially in the beginning, because you need it to run your reactors. They do have solar power panels, or solar panels now that you can use to power, but you'd have to have such a large solar array to like power like a lot of like a refinery and assembler and stuff like that. It's almost not worth it. So you just want to make sure you have plenty of uranium. But uranium's not so rare that you can't find it. It's actually pretty common. And in this particular asteroid, there's several really decent sized pockets of uranium. So once I get the ship, you know, settled and, you know, set up how I want to do it, then that's what I'm going to do. You will get to see me mess with the ship in the next episode, because I want to set up an ejector on it. That's going to be kind of cool, because the ejector, what it does is if there's a collector, which I believe there's a collector on the top of the rescue ship, at least for starters. Well, once I set up an actual mining station, I'll be able to set it up differently. But what the ejector does is, instead of having to get out and move all the ores manually, you can just turn it on, and it'll automatically drop all the ores down into the collector and empty out your inventory of all the ores that you've mined, because the ship has such a large inventory for the ores that it would take you ungodly amounts of trips in order to get all the ores in there. But so that'll be kind of fun doing that. I believe I already did, but if not, I'm going to. I want to put an ore detector, maybe a couple spotlights, you know, just kind of get the ship going. I want to get it, you know, pretty slicked out to get it working really well. It's only going to be a one drill ship for now. I think that's more than enough. Although I have recently watched a video where a guy put 4 drills on a ship, and I swear that thing was monstrous. Works really well though, so I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, that would work. So I don't know exactly have like any specific ideas in mind aside from like the basics that I want. So for anybody watching, which may not be anybody, I don't know, but if you guys are watching, let me know in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to see specifically, design ideas, whether it be from movies or you just think, hey, this would be cool to do. I would, you know, I think that'd be kind of cool. I know one thing I do want to do is I'd like to repair the rescue ship, because you can see here that it's not completely finished and stuff, although I believe I finished some of that stuff in this episode, but I'd like to remodel it and make it better. And you know, I would eventually like to just make myself my own ships. I do have plans to make a capital ship eventually, but I'm going to work on smaller stuff first. Maybe some sort of a mining type of deal, like a larger one that's like a whole setup that I can just move into an area, turn on the, you know, gravity gens, and boom, you know, you're set to go. But we'll see about all that. That's obviously down the road still. We're still working on a lot of that stuff, getting resources gathered and stuff. Now that I got that basic mining ship, that'll be good. So here in a minute, I'm going to go into a little like fast forward type of deal where you can just because I thought it would be easier on us not to have to watch all this mining straight through, because I had like, I don't know, almost a full hour's worth of footage, and I just thought, you know what, we'll just throw it all together and be done with it. Because I could have separated it in 2 hours, but 2 hours for mostly mining, I just didn't really see the point. And it's getting ready to start in 3, 2, 1, cue the fast forward. Actually, the only thing I'm doing here is I was breaking away the iron here because I wanted to move the ship further in, get it a little more settled. I eventually get it much further into the cave. But for now, this was I just wanted to get a little further in because I felt like it was a little exposed. So you can see how the rocks keep falling to the bottom. That's why the gravity gen is so cool. It's looking nice though. I think it's working out really well. Everything seems to be running pretty smooth. I did have to adjust, you know, for people with lower end PCs. I use a laptop most of the time. Right now I'm actually using a loaner. But whenever you have a lower end laptop, PC, whatever, and you do have troubles playing the game, don't be discouraged. If you go into the video options under the render quality, I think is what it's called. You have the options of, I think it's set on I think it's set on high or something like that. There's 3 settings. There's normal, and I believe high, and then extreme. I think it's set on the middle setting by default. I dropped it down to normal, and it made all the difference. The other thing I tried was it's by default is in full screen mode, and I know this happens with Minecraft. Is when you put it in windowed mode, sometimes it works. So I took it off full screen mode, and it actually fixed a lot of it. It actually took some of the stress off the processor. I'm not really sure why. I'm not going to claim to be some sort of smart ass, you know it all with computers. I just know it works, and so I thought I'd share that little bit of knowledge for any of you guys who are, you know, messing with it. As a little, you know, FYI, I also have it set up to where instead of doing realistic inventory, I have it set as 10 times. I was going to do realistic and think, you know, okay, hardcore survival, you know, whatever. But for being that this is the first time doing it, you know, I just want to set up. I can always change it later if you guys think, hey, you know, make it more hardcore or something like that. You know, we can figure something else out. But, you know, we'll have to figure that out later. That's, you know, right now we're going to do it with the 10 times. I didn't adjust anything else, just that. Excuse me, I apologize. One of the great things I love about this game, though, is because if you future reference, you know, we want to do the whole multiplayer thing. If we didn't want to start all over, I could just set this thing to private or public, and now you suddenly got a multiplayer game. I love that ability. It makes life so much easier instead of having to go through all the trouble of, you know, restarting. But I probably will restart when we do the multiplayer thing, just because it'd be more fun to start over without any extra resources. But yeah, so as you can see here, we're getting up some silicon, I believe. We lucked out that we had a pretty decent supply of silicon right there. Silicon is a pretty important precursor to some of the pieces, because you need that for the bulletproof glass, computers. I think you need it for motors as well. Now, the one ore that we do have problems with, and I don't even think I find it in this episode actually, is platinum. I've never realized how rare platinum is, but apparently it's pretty rare, or at least it is in this world. I haven't played it enough to know how rare it really is. I know when I played in my personal world, you know, it was one of the first ones I ran into, so I didn't really think too much about it. But platinum, it gives us a little trouble. We have a little trouble getting things going because of no platinum, because you need platinum in order to make thruster components. I think you need to use it to make motors, so it takes us a little bit. As you can see here, I'm looking at the back of the ship, and I'm going through, and I'm starting to repair things. Looking around, seeing what all's there. Excuse me, I apologize. I never really realized how exposed the back of the ship was. I mean, look at that. Your gyroscope and your, you know, conveyor and your reactor and everything are just like exposed like that. That's kind of odd. Just kind of looking around the ship, seeing what all's going on, seeing what I need. Mostly, I think to the initial repair of this thing was mostly just straightening up the blocks with the welder, which doesn't need any actual resources, and then, oh, ow, that hurt. Yeah, I was still getting the hang of the controls. The X I keep wanting to hit Z instead of X, and so sometimes it throws me off. I don't really like the doors in this game. I don't know. You see some people in their videos and they open and close the doors left and right and stuff. Me, I leave the door open because it's not like you have an oxygen-rich environment inside there. Although that would be kind of cool if they ever introduced something like that, you know. I think what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm turning off some of the things that I don't need anymore. I think I was having some problems with the ores and stuff being moved around, and so I was trying to fix that one there. The whole conveyor system is a little odd to me, so I'm still getting used to that. But it's looking okay though. I'm really enjoying the game. I like the realisticness of the game. I mean, you know, even though it's not completely realistic, there are some moments where you're like, wow, this is very realistic. Because like the fact that, you know, you don't just build stuff. You actually have to have the pieces in your inventory, and you put down the wireframe, and then you have to weld it together, and I love that. And as you're welding it, you can, like, especially with like the thrusters and engines and stuff, you can see the inner workings. I love that. I think that's cool as hell. So lots of new things in the recent updates. I know they recently added like wheels and rotors, I guess. The whole rotor thing threw me because, I mean, you could do a lot with that. I mean, you could do a lot of stuff, and apparently you can transfer electricity with those too. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm not entirely sure what you can do with that yet. I've been watching some other YouTube series, just kind of trying to see what's going on those fronts and see what other people do. So, you know, if you want to look into some more of the advanced stuff, there are some other series out there. I personally love. I don't know if anybody knows Good Boulderfist. He's from the Minecraft server. Really popular guy. Really good guy, actually. He is doing a multiplayer survivor series of space engineers with Avidiasin, Co-Star. I think Pause on Pause was there for the beginning, but then I think he backed out. And Milby, I believe. But that's if you want to listen to some just hilarious commentary while they're playing this game, it's great. Those guys get together. It reminds me of when me and my friends go have a beer or something. It's really enjoyable though. Oh, let's see, what did I do? Oh, I see what I did. I knocked the ship right into some rock, didn't I? I think I actually gave up repairing the ship at first because I kept denting it every time I'd move it. It's one of the problems with these light armor blocks that they make these ships out of. They dent so easily. I know that the mining ship that I make is initially just out of light armor blocks, but when I go to upgrade it and make a more substantial one, which I will probably do eventually, I'll probably change it to heavy armor blocks. That's just because, I mean, let's be honest, it's safer that way. Well, you can't really see anything through the windshield in this video, can you? That's weird. Now see here, you see me messing around. I felt like a moron. I couldn't get any further forward. Like, it stops me here in a second. And I couldn't figure out what the hell I was going. It's because there's a rock on the left-hand side of the screen on the bottom that you can't see. And it is just tearing away at the ship. And I fucked it all up. But I finally get it all straightened out, so no biggie. Yeah, so you can see the collector on the very top of the ship there. I'll have to start messing with that here soon and see what I can come up with, because that would be a much easier way to load and unload ore from the miner. I'll probably, in the next episode, I'll probably do some upgrading to the ship, and then I'll probably do a bunch of mining, and then I'll start working on the space station, or the mine station, whatever the heck you want to call it. Because I think I'm going to build it right there in the cave, right in the middle of the asteroid. At least that way, while we're mining and stuff, we can slowly build it up, and then by the time the asteroid gets mined out and it's mostly gone, because, eventually it will be, we can have some turrets put up on top that are out of the way and, protect the ship and stuff. Because if there's one thing I've learned from watching some of these videos, is you always need those turrets on your ships and your space stations, otherwise they just get destroyed all the time. yeah, here's now when I got some steel plates made, and so I started doing some repairing of the pieces that weren't finished and fixing all the ones that were still warped and whatnot. I don't really know what I think of the design for this ship. I think it has some potential, though. I can't decide if I want to completely redesign this one or if I want to build my own ship. I think I want to build my own ship. I think it would be cool to build your own ship from the ground up, a larger ship. Not like a capital ship yet, because capital ships are a little out of my league. But you know, a ship of about medium size. I think there's 3 major sizes to this game. There's the obvious one, which is the small one, which is what everybody starts off with. The small ships are the ones you use for mining and stuff like that. And then everybody instantly thinks of the capital ships. But there's also these medium ships. These are your utility ships. You use them for going from place to place. They're faster because they don't have so much mass. And, you know, but they also means that you got a lot less space, so you have to be more... you know, you have to think a little more as you're making it. But I think it's going to be kind of interesting. I got some neat ideas. The only thing that really annoys me, and I know this sounds stupid, is whenever you design it, you know, you can change the color of your blocks. That's how you get all these different colors. But they're missing one crucial color, and maybe I'm a moron and there's a way to make other colors. But I can't figure out how to make purple. It's really upsetting me. Like, I got black, I got red, I got blue, but I don't have no purple, and it really upsets me. And I know most people think that's weird, but that is my favorite color. Purple is, like, not like a, you know, pinkish purple, like, you know, what do they call it, lavender, or whatever women call it nowadays. But I'm talking, like, real purple, like, deep, dark, rich, something like you'd see on a hot rod or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. But we'll have to figure something out. I thought I saw it on one of the other videos of how they were like adjusting color. Maybe I just, like I said, I don't know all the controls that well yet, so I'm still learning a lot of that shit. Getting all these blocks all fixed up and stuff. Yeah, this game is really interesting, although I gotta tell you, without the game sound, it probably is going to be kind of annoying to you guys, so I apologize in advance. You know, like I said, I'm using a loaner computer, so I'm still working on some of this stuff. I did some test. with it to see if it was recording, and it was working. But then when I recorded it, you know, I didn't even notice it wasn't working until I went to do, you know, to review your playback. You know, I don't know how you guys do it, but when I record YouTube videos, what I always do is I record in a sitting. I don't care if it's 30 minutes because that's all I could play, or it's, you know, 3 hours. I sit and I play, and then I can cut it up later. Well, then I always go back through and I kind of, you know, I review the recording before I do anything, and kind of get a feel for it. And it didn't have any sound. I mean, not just me talking, but literally no audio whatsoever, and really threw me. But we got it. I got, like I said, I got it fixed. So I don't think this is going to be too much of a problem. I hope this works out okay, because if I sit here and talk for 35 minutes through watching this video and get all this stuff worked out, and then it doesn't work, I'm going to be pretty upset. I got to be honest with you. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I want to stop it and test it and make sure it's working. But if it is working, it's just going to be annoying and upset me. But that's just me. Oh, somebody texted me. And I think here soon I'm gonna go. It's gonna go back into a little fast forward sequence, and I'll probably put some music to it, and then I'll just for the hell of it, and then I'll do another little bit of like an ending outro thing, whatever you want to call it. But that should be interesting. I'm trying to think of what all I want to say here. You ever notice that you can have a million things to say, and then you get to the video and you're just like, and you feel like you just like completely inarticulate. I have that problem all the time. Of course, that could just be me. Who knows? I hope everybody likes this series, though. I personally enjoy the heck out of this game, so if the rest of you guys like this series, please let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, any of that good stuff. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. If you've already liked, thank you again. This is a hobby for me. This isn't like my job or anything, so I don't release videos often. So when I do see that, hey, I got a like or I got a new subscriber, I'm always very, very grateful, because I think it's cool that somebody actually says, hey, I like your videos. Up to this point, I normally just do Minecraft videos. For those of you who've seen my channel know that. I got a few like Halo or something like that videos just for the heck of it, but mostly I just do Minecraft for the PC. I've been backed off late recently because without my computer I don't really have anything. I can't do that kind of stuff. And this just so happened, got lucky that this one worked. I probably will continue this series even after I get my PC back and get to start doing some Minecraft videos again. But no guarantees, of course. Just one of those things. Oh, picking up all that iron. Look at all that iron. Yeah, I kind of like the way the inventory system works, in the sense that instead of working like with Minecraft or some other games where you just pick up stacks of blocks or whatever, instead it's like based off of a mass or volume thing. You can carry, I think it's 4,000 kilograms of any varying amounts of all the different stuff, which is actually quite a lot. I mean, even when you spread it out, it's still quite a lot. So it allows you to hold a lot of space, and that's how the inventory space works inside the ship as well. It's not like so many blocks per block or blah blah whatever. It's actually so much volume. I think the refinery, I think, has like a 10,000 kilogram. You can see it in the upper right hand corner. 40,000 liters. Yeah, see, that's how it works. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Okay, we're gonna be coming up on another little fast forward sequence. I think all I do is some more mining or whatever, and then we'll close out the episode, and then hopefully you guys like what you see, and we'll have more whatnot for the next. I'll be like, ooh yeah, ready to go for the next episode. So you guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you at the end of the episode here. Okay, guys, this is Phoenix back. This is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little thing. I hope the music wasn't too nuts or anything. Hope you guys liked the episode. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Alright, you guys have a good day, good night, good morning, whatever you got. This is Phoenix. Another episode of Space Engineers. I'm out.
Scaffolding interference.